I am a betting man, and I wager that you need better underwear. Stick around till the end of this video, though you're probably stuck down there already, for essential info on sheath underwear, the best skivvies in the biz. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Before I get started, I would like to ask a favor. If you're obviously here, you still have a stomach for the fight, and I think we need to start supporting independent media creators in this space who are going to stand for democracy, who are going to stand for truth. It's more important now than it ever has been. And I have a suggestion. Brittany Page, my partner in life and content creation, is a criminally underappreciated creator, and I'll put a link below. It'll be at the top of the description. Please support her channel. Let's talk about insurrectionist Senator-elect Jim Banks, who was on with Dana Bash the other day talking about this plan to decimate the American economy. Least important is that, but also decimate the lives of human beings who prop up the American economy. I'm talking about illegal immigrants, undocumented immigrants, people who have direct connections to Americans, have family members that are Americans, spouses that are Americans, children that are Americans. And Donald Trump has promised, is dedicated to the prospect of a mass deportation effort. And the interesting thing about it is, and interesting, I mean that in the most horrible sense, is they don't explain how they're going to do it. They don't explain exactly at a granular level how they intend to go door to door, I guess, and deport over 10 million, they say. 10 to 15 million human beings, rip them from their homes and send them, I guess, to camps in the interim until they can deport them out of the country. And when asked, you would think somebody like Jim Banks, the insurrectionist, anti-democratic scumbag, he would have an answer. You would think he would have an easy answer, but he doesn't. They have no concern for the economy. They have no concern for the threat to life that this will be. And let me say this before I even play the clip. Do not comply. If you're a business owner, or even just a regular average citizen in the country, if you're asked to give information to police or ICE or whatever government entity, do not comply. Don't rat on your neighbors or members of your community in service to fascism, because that's what it would be if you give information. Do you know this person? Do you know their immigration status? Where can we find them? You have no obligation to comply with fascism, to assist fascism. Here's this clip. This is Dana Bash, and again, insurrectionist Senator-elect Jim Banks from Indiana.
The mass deportation plan needs to be an immediate focus of the House and the Senate. I believe when the dust settles, we're going to have a even bigger majority in the House, still a slim majority, but a bigger majority by a couple of seats in the House, and we'll have the ability to work together in both chambers to fund the mass deportation effort and give the president the backup that he needs to make it happen.
So just to be clear, I know you say that it would be the people who are criminals first, but then ultimately every undocumented immigrant in this country, even those who perhaps are deemed by their neighbors as contributing to society, or perhaps those who are married to American citizens or legal immigrants. That's it. Children, adults, older people, they all should be gone?
The American people spoke loud and clear on Tuesday. They gave this president and Republicans a mandate to do everything that we can. The goal should be to deport every illegal in this country that we can find. And as I said a moment ago, if you take away the incentive for them to come here in the first place by turning up the pressure on those who employ illegals, then you've taken away the incentive. They're going to go back to where they came from. So you start with the violent criminals. That Americans are counting on President Trump and Republicans to send them back to reduce violent crime in this country. But I think the goal has to be, and the American people expect it to be, to deport those who came here illegally.
And how does that work? I mean, that's a huge undertaking. How does that even actually work realistically?
No doubt about it. President Trump said yesterday that it could be costly, but the American people deserve it to do everything that we can to return sanity back to this country.
The money is one thing, but I'm talking about, like, how does it work? If you just pick Indiana, for example, how do you want the federal government to go about finding people and physically getting them out of the country?
I don't think this is that complicated. I spoke with a local sheriff in Indiana earlier today who's ready. Local law enforcement is ready to go to do what it takes to help with the mass deportation effort.
The goal should be to deport every illegal in this country we can find. And then when asked, well, how do you actually do it, though? Let's drill down on what your plan that you're so effervescently committed to. How do we do it? I don't know. Sheriffs are ready to do it, though. Are they? But how? You want to be in power. You want to be a United States senator. You want to be in support of the fascist trash, Donald Trump. What's the answer? How will our taxpayers be spent in service to deporting and devastating the American economy? How will it happen? No answer. Platitudes, nonsense, idiocy. Again, if you have the mandate from the people that you claim, what was it he said? The American people spoke loud and clear, he said. Well, then tell the American people in the same loud and clear voice how it will be done, sir. I don't know. The sheriffs are ready to do it. Hurt. Things are going to get worse before they get better, most certainly. But they will get worse more quickly if you comply, if you assist law enforcement, regular cops, if you assist ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, if you assist Border Patrol, the Department of Homeland Security in any way in this matter, if you help destroy the lives of other human beings who absolutely do a critical, look, here's the deal. I don't know, I don't know that it's physically possible to do what they want to do without some 1930s, 1940s Germany infrastructure type of shit going on here. But also, the business community, which the Republican Party claims to be advocates for, they're going to be ruined. Our dairy industry, our agriculture industry en masse is going to be absolutely decimated by a move like this. Because if you remove 95% of their workforce, who's doing the work? Who's going to be picking the crops? Who's going to be milking the cows? Who's going to be doing the work that Americans have said they don't want to do? They've said with their feet and their job applications, this isn't the work I want to do. This isn't for me. This is too hard work for too little pay. So what are they going to do? Remember, as I said, in the hours following the election that didn't go our way, where we are right now with unemployment, where we are with the stock market, where we are with several different economic metrics, remember those. Put them in a note in your phone. Find an image of them online and save it. Put it in your favorites folder so you can start referring back to it when things start to inevitably go downhill. What do you think? I invite you to this conversation. You can comment below. I would appreciate that. Also, the voicemail lines are open. 7 lines, it's only one, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me as always daily at Dollemore.com. Follow me on the social media. I'm on Threads and TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky. I'd love to see you there. I'm at Dollemore, and I'll see you next time. But before I go, stick around for a word from Sheath Underwear. There are so many unknowns in life. It often feels like a game of chance. Things often turn out differently than expected, despite the best planning or intentions. Interest rates, that fancy bottle of wine you bought, heck, the election, so much feels like a gamble. One thing you do not have to speculate on, your underwear, or mine for that matter. Designed by a U.S. military soldier while in Iraq, a guy who knows something about steaks, Sheath Underwear's dual pouch system ensures your package won't stick to your leg, while also giving everything some space by separating your gambler from his dice. You see what I'm doing here? Thanks to this testicular tech, Sheath has successfully been protecting your most valuable assets for over 10 years. They are recommended by multiple doctors and urologists and have over 20,000 five-star reviews from customers like me. I'm one of those 20,000 reviews. My sheaths have been with me through thick and thin, both before I was a bit heavier than I am now, and now as the leaner version of me. Trademark or copyright that. I love these things. I think that's pretty clear. So no more garment gambling, all right? Head to sheathunderwear.com/Dollemore to score 20% off. You don't need to be a high roller. You see the theme here, the gambling and the dice and the... It's good, right? You don't have to be a high roller to have unbeatable underwear. My go-tos are the Airflow Mesh, but Sheath has tons of excellent styles and designs. All sheaths are backed by a 2-year warranty and will land on your doorstep near instantly thanks to blindingly fast shipping, which is free in the United States on orders over $75. Also, your purchase actually does affect positive change, and this is very important. Sheath supports multiple charities like Socks for Soldiers and Doctors Without Borders, so you're winning for the world too when you buy from Sheath. Don't roll the dice on your drawers. Score 20% off right now when you head to sheathunderwear.com/Dollemore. Real change starts with you and, believe it or not, your package. Upgrade your undergarments to Sheath.